What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be installing some OMP seats into the E36 M3. As you can see here, this is pretty much going to be everything that we need, minus some of the hardware that was included when I bought all these parts. As you can see, we have the OMP WRC-R seats. I have a second one over on the side. This is the one that's in kind of better condition. So this one's going to be the driver's seat. Here we have the side plates that help mount the seat vertically. And then here, for the base, which these side things are going to mount to, is going to be the Linebarger, basically universal seat mounts that are going to mount directly to the floor of the car. In order to use these, we're going to have to rip out the carpet underneath. So let's get started with basically stripping the carpet inside the E36. Now, all of these parts here, I will make sure to throw them in the description down below for you guys to check out if you're interested in purchasing these for your BMW. Now, these plates were designed to not really work super well with the factory carpeting, so you can use them with it, but you basically have to rip this up, take out a lot of the HVAC ducting that's in the car, put the carpet back down with these underneath. I don't really want any of the carpeting, it's extra weight, and we're just gonna take it out. So basically these are just going to sit pretty much flush with the floor pan or the floorboard of the car. In order to install those, we're going to have to basically take out most of the center console here in order to pull the carpet up, and going to have to dismantle some of the pedals and whatnot in order to get this whole thing out. It's going to be quite tedious, but basically just start ripping things out as you go, and eventually you'll get this whole carpet section out. Alright, I tried to be careful. And I tried to take the whole carpet out by removing everything and being really gentle. Finally I got frustrated and really over it and realized the carpet's maybe worth $100 and I don't really care. So we're just going to rip it all out, and we're going to use razor blade to cut some sections, and we're just going to tear this thing out because I don't really care about having carpet anymore. We have the Linebarger plates here installed. Just have to tighten them down. Some of the benefits of this is pretty awesome, as it allows for a lot of adjustability of where we can mount the seat, mounting them forward, backwards, left, and right. With these, we're gonna have these logos facing towards the outside, and we're gonna try to get the seat to sit kind of more on these inner ones, just because I want the seat to be a lot closer to the transmission tunnel. So we're gonna get these all bolted down with the hardware provided. We have one over here, and we have one on the other side closer to the transmission tunnel. After we get these all fully secured, I'm not going to torque everything down just yet, because I want to make sure that when I put the seat in, with all this different adjustability, I want to make sure the seat's exactly where I want it. Because I'm not going to be using sliders, it's going to make it a little bit more challenging, and I'm going to have to basically take the seat in and out a bunch of times to find my right driving position and whatever's going to be most comfortable for me. So once I get that point, I'm going to mark everything, take it all out, and then kind of restart by mounting all this stuff and retorquing it at that point. So I have the seat pretty much where I want it. So now I'm going to take off the seat from these vertical brackets that OMP provided, and from there I'm going to torque everything down, put the seat back in, and then start working on the harnesses. So I think I found where I want to be sitting. Make sure I can still make the clutch touch the floor. There we go. I'm strapped in, roughly about the wrists, with a little bend in the elbow. Gives me enough room. And I'm perfectly centered with the steering wheel and the dash. One of the things I found was kind of a challenge is the side plates that hold the seat up. I actually had to orient one of them backwards in order to get the seat to sit close enough to the transmission tunnel. If I put them both facing with the logos of the OMP out so you would see it, it actually wouldn't line up with the brackets at all. It was too narrow. So flipping one of them made the footprint just wide enough to be able to bolt the seat in. So since we were able to get the seat in position, now it's time to kind of get these harnesses all strapped up. I think I already talked about these back ones. These back ones down here, I just kind of zip tie up the slack, but these are the ones that go through the top. They're the shoulder harnesses. Kind of more challenging for the bottom ones. We had to have the seat in, had to have someone sit in the seat, strap it all up, and then go underneath and find the correct angles and whatnot to mount the anchor points. So now that I have those anchor points down, I'm gonna drill some holes and start threading these guys through, putting a backing plate on the outside of the car underneath so that in the event of a collision or hard braking, these don't pull through the body of the car. All right, so we have all of the eye bolts in. I'm connecting the harnesses now. Basically all that's left to do is gonna be to put the seat back in, get the harnesses kind of set in the measurements for whatever size you are and how you like them set up. Basically, the quick release portion should be kind of right around your pelvic bone, right in the center. Everything else you can kind of adjust to comfort and for security. But that's gonna be pretty much it. I'm gonna get this all put back into the car and I'll show you guys the finished product. So we have the seat and the harness all hooked up, ready to go. As you can tell, I am fully secure in the car and I don't move around very much. The car actually moves with me. So this thing is pretty secure. Stoked to get out on the track soon and try it out. All that's left is gonna be to put the passenger seat and the harness in. That's probably gonna take another day because this one took kind of a little bit of time. But that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. Thank you all for watching and I will see you all in the next one.